Hello, family. Welcome back to the Cosmic Womb. This is Quan Yi, and I got a story time that I want to share with you. What I'm going to share with you today is how I found out that I had herpes, genital herpes. And I also want to share with you the timeline on how things happened. And I also want to share with you how I healed them. Okay? So let's get started. So when I was a teenager, and I always have to say this, you have to go back and watch some of my most recent videos within the last few months because I've been sharing a lot about my life, my childhood, and, just my experience with sexual abuse, sex work, sexuality, all of that, okay? To get caught up to date. So anyway, I met this guy. He was a lot older than me. I was about, I want to say 13 or 14. He was a lot older than me. When I say a lot older, he probably was like somewhere in his 40s. I lied to him about my age. I said I was like 17. I was really, as a child, I was curvy. Like I had the body of a woman as a child, but I still was a child. So anyway, I was able to get away with some of the lies that I told older men so that I can get things from them, because I was homeless at the time and I was just in the streets, okay, doing shit that I wasn't supposed to be doing. Anyway, long story short, I had prior to this, I had got pregnant. And so I had started using condoms. Well, with him, he did not want to use a condom. So we did what we did. We had sex together, like every day for about a week. Okay. He called himself taking care of me. So he would take me to get food. He would give me a little money to get my nails done, my toes done. And then he would give me money to go buy me an outfit or whatever. And I really appreciated that because of my living situation at the time. I really, any type of attention from, especially male attention, I liked, okay? Young and naive, okay? So I want to say I didn't hear from him. He ghosted me, and that's another story. He had a whole life. He had a wife and all of that, but I'll tell you that story later. So anyway, after about a week or so, I started noticing that I had, sorry, my dog is in here. Give me a second. Go, get out. So about, he ghosted me for about a week, okay? But within that time, I started having like a really bad itch, discharge. And then it started like when I would pee, it started burning, right? Even when I took a bath, I still was like, every time I pee, it was burning. So something was like, get a mirror and look down there. Y'all, when I got the damn mirror and looked, I had these it was like 3, I'm going to call them blisters, but they were white. So the white, and it was like, oh my God, they looked really nasty. The white stuff wouldn't come off. So I don't know what made them white. I still to this day, I don't know. And I think that only happens when you have like your first outbreak. I had a really bad fever. I could barely move, and I was in excruciating pain. Terrible pain, okay? Anyway, Planned Parenthood was in my life a lot as a young teen, especially with the type of life that I was living, okay? So I went to Planned Parenthood. They took a little swab, like a Q-tip of it, and then they came back and told me that it was herpes. I, at the time, did not have the information about genital herpes, But I remember hearing stories from like my older aunts and stuff talking about other people saying that herpes turns into AIDS. And I started thinking it was going to get all over my body. I didn't know. I was uneducated about, how it worked or what it was. So, of course, it sent me into a huge depression at a young age. My hair started falling out. And I was holding a secret. I never was able to tell my mother. I couldn't tell my mother. And if I did tell her, it wouldn't mean anything. Because my mom, she never liked me since I was a really little girl. Like 3 or 4, my mom started being really mean to me. So I couldn't tell nobody. At least I thought. I ended up telling a girl that was out in the streets. And then she told everybody. It got back to some of the people at my school. And of course, I denied it all, but it was the truth. I was diagnosed with herpes at the age of, I'm going to say around 13 or 14, okay? All right, fast forward. So I dealt with outbreaks like every month around my period throughout my teens and my early 20s, okay? But when I got married to my second husband in my late 20s, I didn't have outbreaks, okay? Like they would happen maybe once or twice a year. I don't know what happened to him. I really believe, now this is me, I can't prove this. I really believe it's that it was because I had a full lifestyle change. I was with one person. I had a family. There was no worries about where I was going to live because I married a man that actually took care of me and, our children. So I didn't have to worry about finances, where I was going to sleep, what I was going to eat. Okay, so we went through a terrible, nasty divorce. So that marriage didn't work. Okay. In about 2012, I became a vegetarian. Okay. On and off vegan. Okay. At this time, I probably had maybe a outbreak once a year, if that. Now, I will say this, with genital herpes, you can have them, with women, you can have them on the inside of you, and they might not show up on the outside, right? So I'm aware of that. I don't know if there's really no way of me fully knowing if they're showing up on the inside of the vagina, versus them showing up on the outside of the vagina. I will say this, that I struggled with that for years. And even if there was on the inside, there's still a feeling that you get down there. Something is up, okay? You still get this feeling, okay? All right, so this is how I healed them. I changed my diet. I stopped eating meat completely. I stopped eating dairy completely. I stopped drinking pops. And I rarely drank juice. Okay? So pretty much I eliminated most of the sugar out of my diet. Now, I'm not a drinker. During this time, I wasn't a drinker. Sometimes I drink wine every blue moon now. But those are the things that I did with my diet. I also got in touch with my spirituality. I started meditating, okay? And whatever you believe in, okay? I think that helps, okay? And have a knowledge of yourself, finding out who you are as an individual. I went through this huge transformation with trying to heal myself, you guys. I had so many demons, so many spirits, so many things attacking me since I was a child. And instead of me dealing with those things, I never got any help. I had no choice but to help myself, okay? And I'm still going through this right now, okay? I really believe like my healing is going to be a lifelong thing. But this is one of the hugest things that I want to share with you. I was celibate for a few years. Okay? Celibate. Literally. Celibate. And it wasn't something that I was like, okay, I'm going to stop having sex with people. It was just something that just happened naturally. I didn't even have the desire to. I didn't want to be touched. I didn't want to touch nobody. I really went through a dark night of the soul period where I had to heal my body. During that time, I had no outbreaks, period. Period. I will also add this. I should have said this during the diet part. I did take supplements and herbs, okay? And I also, once a year, I would do I don't know if it's called a colon cleanse, but I would take these pills to get rid of parasites, okay? I truly believe that you can heal yourself from everything. From everything. I have not had an outbreak from genital herpes. Now it's been over 10 years. Okay? Not at all. So I just wanted to share this part. I don't like making long videos. Please rate, comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, I am an open book. I'm not ashamed of who I am. I hide my face for purposes with, I'll share that with you guys later. But anyway, I'm not ashamed to share. I'm an open book. I really appreciate you stopping by and subscribing to my channel. Peace, Cosmic Womb.